Iranian forces said that they used hypersonic missiles in overnight strikes against Israel. The Islamic Revolutionary Guard Corps said that it fired a Fattah-1 hypersonic missile at Israel. This was the first time that the Fattah missile was fired by Iran since the recent escalation. In an official statement aired on state television, Iran's Islamic Revolutionary Guard Corps said, the 11th wave of the proud Operation Honest Promise 3 using Fattah-1 missiles had been carried out. As per reports, the Fattah missile was first unveiled in 2023 and was named by Iran's Supreme Leader, Ayatollah Ali Khamenei. Explosions rocked both Tel Aviv and Iranian cities like Tehran and Karaj after back-to-back missile barrages and retaliatory airstrikes. About the Fattah-1 hypersonic missile. The Fattah-1, Iran's first hypersonic missile, was first unveiled in 2023 and is named by Iran's Supreme Leader, Ayatollah Ali Khamenei. According to reports, Fattah-1 is designed to get past even the most advanced missile defense systems like Israel's Iron Dome and Arrow. The Islamic Revolutionary Guard Corps describes it as the Israel Striker. The missile is 12 meters in length and has a range of up to 1,400 kilometers. It's a medium-range missile. It runs on solid fuel using a single-stage propulsion system and can carry 200 kilograms of explosives, according to a report by Iran Watch. Fattah-1 is equipped with a hypersonic glide vehicle warhead designed to evade enemy defenses and can travel at speeds of up to 17,900 kilometers per hour. U.S. President Donald Trump had earlier demanded Iran's unconditional surrender. In a series of messages on Truth Social, Trump claimed that the U.S. had pinpointed Khamenei's location, writing, "We know exactly where the so-called supreme leader is hiding."
You said right before we took off that you're not leaving because of a ceasefire. Why are you? Can you elaborate?
We're looking at better than ceasefire. We're not looking for a ceasefire. I didn't say I was looking for a ceasefire. That was Emmanuel, nice guy, but he doesn't get it right too often. But we're not looking. We're looking for better than a ceasefire.
That's just what you're looking to get into this war. You're not going to involve the U.S. in this conflict at this stage. You're going to do anything more for Israel right now?
We're doing pretty well. Right now, we're doing pretty well. Remember, Iran cannot have a nuclear weapon. It's very simple. We don't have to go too deep into it. They just can't have a nuclear weapon.
What was the thinking on the call for Tehran to evacuate? Is there a threat or is there incoming? What was the thinking on the full evacuation?
I want people to be safe. And that's always possible. A thing like that could happen. I just want people to be safe.
Is there any new concern about U.S. troops or assets in the region at all today?
You have great people that know how to protect themselves.
And when you say better, what's the
We'll come down so hard if they do anything to our people. We'll come down so hard, then the gloves are off so beautifully. Now, I think they know not to touch our troops.
Are you sending the vice?
We're not troops.
When you say
Do you
better,
plan to send the vice president and Steve Witkoff? There's reports that you want to send the vice president and Steve Witkoff to meet with the Iranians and have discussions. Is that something you're considering?
Not sure yet. I may. Depends on what happens when I get back.
what specifically is better than a ceasefire? What are you looking for here?
An end. A real end, not a ceasefire. An end.
So something that would be permanent.
Yeah. Or giving up entirely.
Is
That's
that
okay too.
Are you close there? Is that possible? Is that possible in the next 24
Why not? Certainly possible. Complete give up. That's possible, yeah.
Has the chairman of the Joint Chiefs and the Secretary of Defense drawn up plans for you if Iran were to attack U.S. bases or do any damage to U.S. bases?
Just can't tell you.
Can I ask you, because there's been some skepticism, is there any guarantee that if the U.S. did get involved militarily, that a U.S. bomb could destroy Iran's nuclear program and facilities?
Use of everything or anything on life, you know that. Look at you, right? There's no guarantee. But you're saying a guarantee on what?
Do you think if the U.S. got involved militarily, it would actually wipe out Iran's nuclear program? Or where's your assessment of that?
I hope their program's going to be wiped out long before that. But they're not going to have a nuclear weapon.
Do you have any reason to believe the Israelis are going to slow down, or are they going to hit the accelerator right now?
We're going to see. You're going to find out over the next 2 days, right? You're going to find out.
Has the gang of 8?
Nobody's slowed up so far.
Has the gang of 8 been notified about what's coming in the next couple days?
Well, we'll be talking to them.
What can you do?
It's not necessary.
What can you do in Washington that you couldn't do in Canada?
Just be a little bit, I think, more well-versed. Not having to use telephones so much, because I don't believe in telephones. Because people like you listen to them. You know? So being on the scene is much better. And we did everything I had to do on the G7. We had a good G7. We signed the deal with the European Union, phase 1 of a deal. But we signed the deal with the UK. And the UK is really great. We're very far down the line with a lot of deals. I mean, look, we're actually finished with every deal if you really think about it. Because all I have to do is say, this is what you're going to pay.
Did
But
Secretary
it's
Bessent,
nice to be nice.
did Secretary Bessent stay behind as your representative?
Yeah, we did.
Okay. Anybody else?
Yeah, a couple of people.
Can I ask you where?
Who else has a question other than CNN fake news?
Mr. President, you talked with the European Union. Can you tell us what the status is on talks on those who signed
Well,
with
we're
the UK
talking, but
today?
I don't feel that they're offering a fair deal yet. They've been very tough over the years. If you look at European Union, they formed in order to hurt the United States on trade. And we're either going to make a good deal or they'll just pay whatever we say then.
What about the Japanese, sir? You met briefly with Prime Minister
We had a
Abe.
great conversation. I thought he was terrific, actually. You know, I was very friendly with Shinzo Abe, Prime Minister.
Yes.
He was a great man. But I think he's going to do a very good job.
Do you think you have a chance of a deal there?
Yeah, there's a chance. They're tough. The Japanese are tough. But ultimately, you have to understand, we're just going to send a letter and say, this is what you're going to pay. Otherwise, you don't have to do business with us. But there's a chance of it.
They want changes to the auto tariffs as well. Is that on the
We'll see
table?
what happens.
All right.
Now,
Anything else?
Yeah, this drone attack in Kiev.